As a growth strategist, I am seeing business owners are making a ton of mistakes when it comes to increasing sales on the website. And in this video, I will go over top 3 real reasons why your website sales are low. And the common things and common mistakes that I'm seeing is that people are focusing on CRO or conversion rate optimization. That's like the first thing that they're gonna do. They will start to tweak things on the website and they think, okay, now this will double my revenue. In most cases, this is good in theory, but in practice, when you see what is going on behind the scenes, this is not real reason why you have low sales. The second thing that the people or business owners specifically are doing, they're either outsourcing the entire SEO process or they are simply using AI tools to increase the SEO or search engine optimization so that they are increasing brand awareness that way. And usually this leads either to have a penalized website or they have simply website traffic that is not relevant to the core thing, which is increasing the revenue for the entire company. The third thing then what they do is they focus on the either outsourcing videos, they are doing either focusing on AI videos, or they are outsourcing to some talent to create videos for them, or they as a business owner, or if they are a solo founder, they start to focus on the videos or just recording videos, and they don't have any proper traction because there is no proper resonance with the ideal customer. And you will see the first reason is all about that. The fourth thing they start to do like random stuff. They start to go on Reddit, they go on X, and they start to communicate with all these people, and they do just random acts of actions, and they don't have any proper traction. And I will explain you in this video what you need to do. Sorry for a little bit longer introduction, but I want to explain you it is not about these things. These things are very important, but they're not real reasons why your website sales are low. The first thing and the first reason is that true market demand is something that we want to focus on. The market demand here is that people usually think, okay, now I understand what people want because I can see other businesses are in this market, in this niche. That's cool. Yeah, that is one of the key factors because you want to see where the market is headed. But you want to see within that market, what is the core driving factor? Is there something that is so niched down that there is such a huge demand, but people are, or there are not a lot of businesses that are positioning in that hyper niche, so that you can have at least one product or one service at the beginning so that you can create the momentum from that initial sale so that you can increase the customer lifetime value with second or third sale so that you are increasing the overall revenue for the business, not in the short term, but also for the long term. And there are 4 tools that you can use for this process. I will show you now these 4 tools. And just keep in mind, for these 4 tools, when I show you, focus on one of them because you don't want to overwhelm yourself. My goal with this channel, with this entire YouTube channel, is not to give you additional confusion. It is actually to give you a proper clarity so that you can focus on the things and implement the things that I'm suggesting. And then after that, you can increase sales and have a proper momentum, not just to ruminate and consume content. The first tool that you can use, it's called Trendly. Now, the Trendly is the tool that it can give you like a nice overview of the things, what is going on the scene. But again, I will focus on one main tool, but I will show you all 4 of them. So this is one that you can use. Keep in mind, the links to these tools will be in the description. Second one, which is quite related to Trendly, it is Exploding Topics. From personal experience testing both of these tools, Exploding Topics gives me more options. It gives me a more also proper filtering thing, how I can filter the niche. So for example, also when I go to one of these products, for example, I'm gonna go to walking pad. And now I know that people who are, for example, they have a standing desk and now they want to move, so they will probably use a walking pad. When you sign up to this tool, you are then able to have additional information. And so how many people are searching for this on Amazon, for example, and so on. This one is better, for example, compared to Trendly. But now this third tool is something that can be very interesting, not only from the trends perspective, so you can analyze the trend, but as well it can help you to analyze what is interesting on for example, on TikTok, what kind of format is growing. So when you go to ads part or creative center for the TikTok, you can go to trends and you can go from hashtags and then you can go to TikTok videos. And from here, you can see what kind of styles of videos are performing well. Of course, from niche to niche, this is going to be a little bit different, but you can see the style and the sense of the videos that are on this platform are working. And if TikTok gets banned in US, then of course, people will move to Instagram. So this kind of style will be replicated. We can just use this kind of style for Instagram. But this is all good, but it is not so practical because we have not implemented anything. So my suggestion is to use this fourth tool, and this is called Glimpse. It is in combination with Google Trends. So we have a little bit more data. And what I can do over here, let's say I'm going to use like IV therapy. So when you are using IV therapy, for example, here, then you can go to attributes. And here you can see what is the niche down things, what people are actually searching for when they are searching for IV therapy. And you can sort this out not only by search volume, but also by the growth. So that means how much this is growing in popularity from now on. So based on this, you can focus only on IV therapy for weight loss or for hangover, for example. And then when you have the product or service related to this, then you can introduce additional products. But there needs to be some clear positioning at the beginning, how you can stand out from the crowd. So you can know where the market is headed, so you can position yourself ahead of competition. One thing about this tool that I don't like so much is this topic map. It is a cool idea, but usually does not provide you a precise output. So for example, it states over here that IV therapy is closely related to car detailing, which is not the case for sure. But that is one thing that it would be fantastic if the tool can improve. But other than that, you can use these attributes and questions to see what people are searching for. When you have all this data, the cool thing about this is that you can export this data in CSV, and then you can upload this to Claude or to Perplexity or to ChatGPT, and then you can summarize all this data and have key insights. So this is just one cool tip that how you can use this. This part for the channel, for example, sometimes it's working well, sometimes it's not working so much because usually the data can be skewed. For this, for example, a lot of people, for example, are apparently talking about IV therapy, and they are talking more about IV therapy on LinkedIn compared to or Reddit or compared to YouTube, which is for sure not the case. But for Instagram, yeah, this completely makes sense for Instagram because it's more fitness related, health related. So people will talk about that. So from all of this, the main thing is that for you to see how this is growing in popularity month over month or year over year, and as well to have these attributes and questions so you know how you can niche down your product so that you know exactly what is the demand in the market. Now, when you know this demand in the market, this is the first reason. Usually people make mistake. They don't know where actually demand is going and how you can have a hyper niched product or service so that you can introduce in the marketplace and then increase the customer lifetime value from there. Second thing is that we need to have proper articulation on the website. So how we are going to contrast ourselves compared to all other brands. And when you don't have a properly articulated brand, you are basically like everybody else. And the problem with this is you will get customers or potential customers who will try to price haggle with you. So they will try to lower your price, and when people start to lower your price or ask for discounts, they are simply lowering your value. And when you lower your value, you will get lower quality of clients, and you don't want to have that if this is a service-based product. And also for the products as well, if you are simply just having a ton of discounts, this is not the proper positioning in the long term as well. When you get a customer who got something for the 50% off at the beginning, usually it is harder to increase the customer lifetime value of that specific customer. But for the customers who pay the full price and the price per product is a little bit higher, then it is easier to increase the customer lifetime value. You can see that I'm repeating constantly how important it is to increase the customer lifetime value, because truly it is very important. To properly articulate the contrast on your entire website, my suggestion is to use Claude. Now, I don't have a specific example because I will need to see specifically your website and then to show you this. But in this case, you can use Claude or ChatGPT and then have the copy of your page or specifically your web page, copy and paste the text in ChatGPT. And then after that, you can state, can you give me something specific how I can stand out, because this thing is in growing demand. And then this thing in brackets is basically what you have found in the market demand, what people are searching for. When you have that output, after that, you need to have a little bit more self-awareness, what you hate in your marketplace, what you don't like in your competition, so that people will notice what you stand for. If you don't stand for anything, basically people will see you like a vanilla. You have to put a flag on something. So that's why proper articulation, contrast should be very clear on your website. What do you stand for? And make sure then to rewrite your web page or your homepage and throughout your website, so that people actually know how you are different from everyone else in your marketplace. Then the third thing is eyeballs real estate. Eyeballs real estate is more about where are the eyeballs of your ideal customers. So in this example for IV therapy, apparently all eyeballs are on Instagram, which can be the case, but my recommendation is to do our research and basically go on Instagram, go on TikTok, go on Trends and see what is going on in the marketplace. And from there, you can go on Instagram and see over there how many searches are people getting per month for your specific product or for your specific niche, because you want to focus first on one marketplace where people are, where are their eyeballs. Because if you focus only, for example, on Instagram, but majority of your customers are on YouTube, and you're focusing on Instagram and just repurposing the content on YouTube, like for the YouTube shorts, then probably you are missing quite a ton of potential, because you have not focused first on YouTube and then you can republish the content on Instagram, because the focus is first to capture the eyeballs where the most of your ideal customers are. When you have this combination of these three things, then it is far easier to increase the sales. And the pure reason is, where is the demand in the market? What is the hyper niche for your product or service? Then after that, you can introduce that product or service so that you can start to have initial sales from that hyper niche thing. Then after that, you can properly articulate what you hate and what you stand for, what other businesses are doing in your marketplace that you are not doing, what do you care about, so that people know exactly what is the difference between you and other businesses, and properly articulate that on the website. And final thing is then to create content about these two things, market demand and proper articulation, what you stand for. When you combine this, you can create content where the eyeballs of your ideal customers. And that is how you're going to properly increase sales on the website. So it's not about first doing CRO, changing the color of the button and making some tweaks on the website. These things are very important. When I work with clients, I also focus on CRO, SEO, and videos. These things are important as well. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it is first about these three things, because if these fundamental things are not sorted out, if people are confused what you stand for, if you are like everybody else, then people will be confused and they will just try to ask you for a lower price because they don't see any difference. Yeah, I want to make this video to be very blunt, straightforward. So hopefully this was helpful, and wish you all the best.